So now, for people who have just joined us, because I see a bunch of people have joined, we were doing a Q&A now. We were playing on a custom map called Prospect, but we're switching gears now. We're going to stream some beta footage. We're doing a beta test now. Anybody who's watching can join us. The way that you join us is you go to, you download the beta version of Insurgency. I'm getting a link into the Twitch chat right now. But basically, all you do is you right-click on Insurgency, Properties, Betas tab, select the pre-release beta branch, and then you download it. You close the window and you're downloading it, and then you just join up. And when you do join, you'll see a screen of what I'm looking at right now. The only beta server you'll see will be, the only server you will see is the beta server, and you can just join it right like that. So I'm gonna get a link here. Somebody's asking me what the server IP is. You don't need the server IP. You just boot it up, go to the server browser. It's the only server. What you're looking at right now is the only thing you should see. If you see two servers, as I think it was somebody else said they saw, Steam, you just need to reset Steam, and it'll properly download the beta branch. So with that, I'm going to join the server. And again, everybody who's watching, you're welcome to join us. There's plenty of space in the server. And Andrew, you can feel free to post that that in-game announcement if you still are. Reintroducing reintroducing myself for the stream today. My name is Michael Saruhas. I'm the community manager and voice actor for Insurgency. I'm here with Andrew Spearin, the creative director.
I almost got it.
Hello. We are playing, also known as Argyle in game. We're playing the beta branch of Insurgency right now, and we're going to check out some of the new features that we have coming in this next update. So, if anybody has any questions about what there is going to be in this next update, or about what we're working on in general in Insurgency, feel free to throw them in the chat. I'm watching the chat. We're here to answer. To give you a brief rundown, there's a lot of shit, a lot of good shit. There's a new radio menu for the subordinate, a new radio menu for the squad leader, new radio commands going with that, new voiceover, suppressed version of the voiceover with the radio, which wasn't in there before, a compass, which you can use to do radio callouts, a compass you could just use, you know, independently, like just pull it up and look at it, new ways to navigate the radio menu, new updates to maps, market, and ministry. I'm looking at ministry right now. I'm spectating, you can see. Bam! Check that shit out, right? These are new columns that we put in. For the most part, the map's pretty much the same. We made some very small gameplay changes, just like we added a couple columns. You can see in the garage here, it's a little more well lit. You can shoot through this booth right here. You can shoot through the truck bed right here. You can see me penetrating as though I were a bullet right now in the spectator camera. And then through this booth too. The dumpster over here you can shoot through now. But other than that, like, it's ministry, you know. This is the same ministry. We changed the floor a bit. We changed yeah, we added an infinite black void outside the map, you know, so don't step out of the map. But yeah, mainly it's cosmetic changes, and it looks really good. It looks really cool. These are obviously character skins that I have from the workshop. As with any, you know, Insurgency update, like, all your workshop stuff's still gonna work. These are Russian insurgents versus Estonian special operations, which is from what we were streaming earlier today. So, I think I'll spawn in here, and I'll show you guys a little bit more about the radio menu. Once again, as you can see, these are workshop mods, workshop skins. As with, you know, as with anything, you can mod it. So here I am. I'm a subordinate, and because I'm a subordinate, I have access to a different menu. So this is the menu that I have access to right now. This is the normal subordinate menu, and it looks pretty similar to the one that you were checking out, that you have in the current, like, public version of the game, the old menu, but it's a little different. You now have an enemy down, you have an enemy spotted, and some other things like area hostile, And there's also just like new voiceover like associated with all of this. As I was saying before, the new voiceover is there's new unsuppressed voiceover, but there's also suppressed voiceover. So just like in the responses, where if you're getting shot at and you reload, you say something different. If you're getting shot at when you throw a frag, you say something different. It's like that now with the Radial. So with that, what else? We also have the compass, and I'll show you that right now.
On the way, bro. Roger.
That's new voiceover you just heard. On the way, bro.
I got you, bro.
I got you, bro. There are some bros in the voiceover now. And that was something that we discussed, actually. That was a deliberate thing we went for, because the security, the way they talk to each other, like, you know, they're Americans and stuff, but a part of that culture, a part of these deployments, you know, was vernacular such as that. So we basically made the artistic decision of including some bros. While I'm here in the menu, there's something else I should point out. You can change the Radial menu control style now. It could be the default, right, which is just it's this one, you know.
Enemy contact southwest of me.
There's some new voiceover, and I'll explain that in a second. You can also do a numbered one. Let me turn that one on. Numbered, you hit it, and look, I can move. I'm not holding down the Radial menu. I'm just moving, and then there's a number that I can hit. So I'm going to hit enemy down. So I'm going to hit 7. And then I call out the enemies down, you know. Then there's also another option, is scrolling. Scrolling is like I'm holding it down, and I'm scrolling, you know, with my scroll wheel, you know, if people want to do it that way.
Hey, I'm on the way. Help me, I need backup.
And, you know, stop me if you have any questions, because I know I'm going over a lot of new stuff here. Henry says, I got you, bro. Epic! Yeah. Bro-tastic. Philosophy of bro right there. Yeah. Well, no, honestly, like, again, like, we're trying to depict, like, a certain theater of war here, and the word bro, like, the term bro is a part of that language, you know, it's a part of American vernacular, you know, so it was appropriate, and I didn't really have that with any of the other voiceover, but that's the reason why. People, it says, is this new stuff? Yes, this is all new stuff on the beta branch, which you can download right here. I'm going to include a link.
It's down to you, Mikey. You gotta save the day.
Oh, shit. Okay, so okay, yeah, here I am. Yeah, Ex Nihilo's busy, but I can do it.
We got the friendly fire VO fixed.
Yeah, I was just actually gonna I was just gonna say that.
Oh, you camper.
Hey, man. This is after me.
Oh, flank.
Good try.
Shoot him.
Thanks for joining us in the beta test, guys. Tell your friends.
Yo. Give me a snack. Shut up. What?
I'm gonna switch it over to Embassy right now, so
Cool.
we can take a look at the brand new map.
Good, yeah. But yeah, as I was saying, there's the new Radial stuff. Not only new Radial commands, but new ways to control it. And we also have the compass, which I'm sure you saw in the Radial. And that's something I'll explain once we spawn in here on our badass new map Embassy. Look at that layout. Look at all those colors and those trees. We updated the overlay for people that were playing the beta earlier. This is the updated overlay.
This map was one of the top 6, I guess, in the our Gamebanana Razor mapping contest, and Commodus PvP made the original. So we kind of maintain a layout, but our new level designer Zach, also known as Cincinnati, who designed Tell, which also was in the top 6, completely gutted it visually. So he's an architect by trade and completely created this amazing compound embassy area in Baghdad. So it's very, very impressive visually.
It's super cool, yeah.
And last night I was playing just with a couple random public members on the beta server. We tried this in hunt mode. It is so good. It's like,
Yeah.
It feels so good. Like you're clearing out this compound at night, and there's like it's occupied completely by insurgents.
Right. And even outposts too. You know, we had outposts as well.
Oh yeah, Outpost is just epic.
Yeah, and it's we'll show you like the layout. You know, there's checkpoint. The modes for this map are co-op modes are, I think it's checkpoint, hunt, outpost, and do we have survival? Are we still playing with survival?
I'm not sure yet.
Yeah,
I think it
we're
might be.
playing with the idea of survival, and we're gonna see about that. But outpost, checkpoint, and hunt are definitely in. PvP modes, it's skirmish, push, firefight, occupy. I believe we still have occupy.
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
Please.
My bad. Please.
Please, no problem.
I said I was sorry. Some people, you know.
Yo, Mike, when
That-
I switched the map, my game crashed. Is there any reason for that?
What sort of error did you get? Did you crash the desktop?
Yeah, it just crashed, yeah.
Alright. You were able to just rejoin the server? Guy's saying he crashed the
Yeah,
map
I
change.
just rebooted and rejoined, no problem.
Is he a Mac?
Are you on Mac?
No, Windows.
Nah, he's Windows, he says. Not sure about that. I'll have to keep that in mind.
Alright.
I actually
Yo,
just
this
noticed
new map looks
an
sick.
issue. When you get team damaged by an explosive, your guy will say stuff like, hey, what the fuck, stop shooting. We have to make it just like with the reloads for the shotgun, where you don't say, heads up, new mag in, or I'm
Yeah.
changing magazines. I'm actually going to write that down right now. So this is, for people who are just joining us, my name is Michael Surhouse. I'm the community manager for Insurgency. I'm playing with Andrew Spearin, the creative director. We're playing on the beta branch right now. We're filling up the server right now, but if you guys hurry, you can join us. Just download the beta branch. I'm including a link to it. K26 says, nice mods. Oh, I'm actually not using the MP7. You point out the MP7, I'm using an MP5. It's just an MP5 with a stock. Zellstorm says, hey, you play custom apps. Yeah, you missed the stream. We were playing the custom app Prospect. I've streamed with all kinds of custom apps and their creators. Chief COTF. Shit, there's bad guys here. Hold that thought. Damn it. I stream with Chief COTF. I stream with Drew Fletcher, Oxy, with Kazab. I streamed today with Jack of Prospect. Mike Hawk with all his maps. Lots of good stuff. But anyway, yes, let me write down that quick bug. 2, crash on map change, and something else.
3 down.
And then I will explain the compass system.
Five down.
Okay, so I'm gonna stick around in the spawn here and show. So I hold the radio, right? I'm holding the radio button now, and you see the new radio menu, but you can also see the compass at the bottom. The compass has its own bearing, so like if I look to the left, like here I'm looking northeast at bearing 45, you know, or I'm looking north, or like sort of in between north and northwest, 337, you know, so there's a bearing that'll show up. Now the way the voiceover works is it's not specific to the bearing, because you don't want it to sound like, disjointed, you know, and stuttery. We wanted like the appropriate amount of information all together at once, and like something easy to understand. So if you call out that there's an enemy, if you use the radio and call out that there's an enemy in a direction, it's not going to say enemy bearing 172 to the south. He's just going to say enemy south. Observe, and I will show you. I'm using the scrolling menu way to navigate the radio, by the way. So I go to enemy spotted. I'm looking south, and then
Contact south.
he says contact south. And the same applies for whatever direction, you know. Here I'm going to look northeast.
Enemy contact northeast.
And I'm actually going to switch the radio scrolling style over to the default. We also improved the sensitivity of the radio menu. Now it's easier to select these options.
I'm with you, Slaphair. Don't
Actually,
worry now.
feels pretty good.
Target is down.
So, you know, I'm the subordinate right now, and the only radio command for me to call out is the enemy spotted. It's direction specific. So if I look east, I'm gonna look to the east now, and I do it.
We got hostile contact east.
So now you spot enemies using this compass, using these radio things, and you'll see it pops up. It pops up in the red whenever you do it. You know, right there. And you no longer use the button in the center as you did before.
Oh, GG.
That's all opened up now, so now you can more clearly see what's going on.
I got no kills. Good game, mate. Second valuable player, no kills.
Zellstorm says, is the compass controlled by an entity for designers, or is it generated by itself? I believe it's generated by itself. Is that correct, Andrew?
Yeah.
Yo, grab smoke.
If any level designer wants to like offset north not being the top, they can do that through the map script file. So to correlate it with the actual like sun position in the map.
Right. But aside from that, it is like native. It's something that you put in. We also have options. I'll show you in the game options now. You can. It doesn't have to be just with the radio menu. You can select it separately. So here, like, look. Oh, wait, hold on. I lost it. Oh, because whenever I hit Alt, it comes back up. But you can see there's an option to hold it. There's an option to toggle it on or off.
Alright, we're taking Delta.
Yeah, what I did was I've got like 2 mouse buttons on the left side of my mouse my thumb can use. So I bound one to toggle compass and the other to spot target. Because I don't know if you mentioned if you can bind any radial menu item to any key now. So that's something new that's very useful. So if you want to, for instance, have enemy down, or if you want to do like the squad lead radial orders and that kind of stuff, bind it to a key, you can do that.
Exactly, and I'm looking at that right now. You can see when you, basically, we added a bunch of different stuff with the radial as far as controls go. So you can do scrolling, you can do default, you can do numbered to select those options. You could dedicate a specific key button, like maybe you want enemy spotted to be E, because you want, E's probably not good because you're going to lean right. Maybe you want enemy spotted to be like G, maybe because you slammed down your flashlight elsewhere. Maybe you want to put it on your mouse, You could do that. You can even do that for need backup or affirmative or open fire or whatever, There's a button for all of them. And you're seeing here some of the squad leader ones, which I'll show you in a moment. Not just the subordinate ones. There's now 2 separate menus. Before, I'll switch over now, actually.
Look east, we got enemy. We lost Charlie.
Before we had 2 different radials, right? It was just 2 radials. We had the subordinate radial and we had the squad leader radial. If you were a squad leader, you had the squad leader radial. If you were a subordinate, you had the subordinate radial. But now, everybody has a general radial. Like, look, I'm the squad leader and I go to my radial, and it's the same as the subordinate that I just showed you, right? It's all the same commands: suppressed, unsuppressed, enemy spotted, 8 cardinal directions, 3 variations of suppressed and unsuppressed for each of those 8, and all that good stuff. And then, of course, there's still, like, the objective-specific ones, Like, if I look at Bravo, I can do moving to objective right here at the top left.
We're defending Bravo.
And I tell my team to defend Bravo, Or I could just do a general moving, which wasn't there before for the squad leader.
All right, moving.
So that's new. And again, there's suppressed versions of all that, except for the objective-specific ones. Those are the ones that do not have that are not that specific. So, and then when you pull up your radial menu, you can see there's a leader commands thing. You can toggle in between base commands and leader commands, And so the squad leader can now say everything the subordinate says plus all of his new commands. And if you want, you could dedicate a button to that in the options. There's an option to say, like, oh, I want this to be pull up my squad leader radial. But you can also just do it like this, where, like, you pull it up and you just toggle in between. Like, it's no issue. So I was talking about cardinal-specific stuff. So let's talk a little bit about the squad leaders' different commands. You have open fire, which will tell your team to open fire in a certain direction. Move will tell your team to move in a certain direction. Both of those are cardinal. You have watch area, which is says watch this area in a cardinal direction. Cease fire, which is tell your team to cease fire. Flank right, go, report status, get ready, flank left, all that stuff. So I'm going to look west, right? I'm looking west now. And then I call out, I pull up the radio, I go to leaders, I call out watch area.
Watch the west, guys.
And I tell my team to watch the west, Or I'm going to look east, and I'm going to tell them, hey, you guys got to move east.
Head east, guys.
There you go. Now, those also have suppressed versions, as I've been saying. They're only those 3 for the squad leader are associated with the cardinal directions. There's no there's no flank right to the east, right? Like, it's only specific to a few different commands. And whenever you do it, your compass is going to pop up.
Okay.
The Jethro says, hey, I've tried to watch the stream through the in-game embed, whatever you call it, but it didn't seem to work. Maybe add the channel link next to the text underneath the stream in-game. Gets more players to join the stream.
Sure, I'll add that link.
Yeah, that's a good call, yeah. I'm sorry the embed is not working. Did you put an in-game news announcement up, Andrew?
Yep, I think that's what he's talking about.
Okay. Here, let me, just to double check. I'm sending you a message. Are you using that embed?
I'm using the exact same one you used in the previous one.
Okay, yeah, I don't know why it's not working then.
It might just be like a Flash thing. Might not have Flash installed. So yeah, I'm just gonna put in a link so they can click on it and watch.
Cool, yeah. No problem. If you guys have any questions about this beta that we're trying out right now, feel free to ask them. You can also just join us. I'm going to include another link again. There's the beta branch. You join the beta branch community group and you'll get updates. You can also post feedback in there on what you think of the beta that we're trying right now, which features new maps and all kinds of other stuff. There's also instructions on how to download the beta. Let me ask in the chat right now, is anybody unclear on downloading the beta? Because if you are, then I can explain it. It's pretty easy to do. So if anybody has any questions about getting the beta, or issues with getting the beta, like it's not downloading or something, let me know. Zellstorm says, what map are you playing? I don't recognize it. This is a new map. This is a new map that we're testing on the beta that's going to be in the new game. It's called Embassy. It was made by Commodus PvP, I believe is what you said, right, Andrew?
Say again, sorry?
Embassy's by Commodus PvP, right?
Originally, yes, and then
Right, and
Cincinnati pretty much gutted it and redid it.
Right. Now we changed a lot, and Commodus PvP made Embassy for the map contest, which we had back in November. It was one of the finalists, just like Station and Tel were, you know. And so we took it. We did make some changes. You will recognize it, but we did make a lot of changes. We improved a lot. Like you could tell from just like running around, which is what I'm doing now. You can see a lot of different features, like custom art, you know, on the walls and stuff. There's some other. There's a lot of stuff. There's a speaker that plays a warning to evacuate the embassy. There's a lot of different touches. Ugh, surprised I got that quick. The map is enabled for PvP modes like skirmish, push, occupy, ambush, firefight, all those. Then there's co-op modes like outpost, hunt, checkpoint, and maybe survival. We'll see. And what I'm doing right now is we're not only showing off the new map, but we're showing off all the new features in the beta. And so that's something that we'll be doing throughout. Right now we're playing Skirmish Embassy, and you're welcome to join if you want, so just opt into the beta. How close is it to release? We're shaping up to release pretty soon. Things are coming together nicely. No word, no specific ETA yet, but things are looking nice. Things are looking good.
Yeah, I mean, vaguely we're looking in the next couple of weeks. We just have a few things to polish up, really. There's not much to add, but we also have a new website for NWI in the works. Get our forums back online.
Right.
We got that roadmap coming up, so we want to just make sure all that stuff, and we want to make a sweet trailer for this update because it's so worthy of one.
It's
so,
pretty meaty, yeah.
We think that this update is like substantial enough that we're going to put a little more effort on the marketing side this time around. But I mean, we're going to keep beta testing all in the meantime, even if, you know, it's solid, we will just still test, and you guys can play it up until release.
Exactly. So yeah, there's a few things coming in. It's not just a new map and map updates, as substantial as those are. Market and Ministry look pretty good now. I'll explain Market later when we get to it. But it's this new map, it's all that new VO, the Radial, it's the prone push. Watch this. Watch this shit. I'm running over. Look, see, I'm on this wall. I'm gonna prone. Watch what happens. Crawl forward. So now it's no longer gonna be where you like prone in the corner. Now, like here's a corner. You prone in the corner and you like stick your legs out in the back, and your head is actually in your butt, you know, and your hitboxes, like your vision, your perspective are skewed. Now, if you go prone, your head stays with your head. You move forward. You move your body forward. You crawl forward. So there, yeah, and I push again. It's the same with crouch, same with anything. Oh, damn it. If you try to, like, let's say, here, I'll show you. If you lay down, and you lay down next to a wall, and you turn, you'll push yourself away, right? Similarly, if you lay down and you aim down the sights, and you push yourself like this, you'll move automatically, But if you're, like, right up against the wall, and you aim down your sights, and then you turn, you're gonna push yourself out, because you just can't turn like that. Like, you'd have to clip through the wall in order for that to happen. But if you move, again, like, if you have a little bit of space and you look, then you'll just push yourself a little bit. You see those, like, you see the subtle movement that I'm doing? Just like that. I haven't really been helping my team a lot out. I've been trying to explain stuff. Good round.
I'm not fucking doing that.
Nice job, boys.
Sorry, man. I can't.
For the frag.
As you can hear, we kept the "I'm not fucking doing that" and the other negatives. The Radial's like, the Radial's 80% new, but we kept some of the old stuff, We even found a place for the gaggle fuck line. You'll see it when you play. Die God says these developers can make a realistic game with an old engine, better than more recent FPS. Thank you. We don't like to call our game realistic. We prefer to, gameplay is what's really important to us, and that's something I always try to stress in the stream. We try to stress, but yeah, no, we've done a lot, and we're still adding more. So I appreciate hearing that.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that lately. I mean, just in my own mind of what realism is, and it's a game, right? It's an abstraction of reality. So we can get away with stuff, and we don't push things like other shooters might. But at the end of the day, it's still an abstraction, and that's why this compass feels like a real compass, even though it functions differently. I don't know. It's just a weird philosophical design thing.
We do, like, I think the best way to say it is, like, the thing that we always try to say is that we try to go for immersiveness over realism, and that's a part of, like, what lends itself well to our gameplay, For example, like, the compass, like, I'm gonna pull up the compass. One thing that we wanted was a compass that looked like a circle, looked like a real compass. That kind of helps your immersion of, like, using a compass to give you, like, realistic feelings in your heart, I guess, is what we're trying to say. It's about, like, it's about not getting shot when you run out of spawn, and you're not paying attention because you're talking too much. That's what it's all about. So yeah, we want people to feel immersed, and you need real things to help people feel immersed. That's my interpretation of Insurgency, and about never making a sacrifice for realism. There, get the fuck over here. You just heard that line. Get the fuck over here. That's a suppressed need backup.
Yeah, I love that one.
As is that. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need some backup.
Yeah, we need to include those in the trailer.
These are all suppressed ones that you're hearing.
I know, all the good ones are suppressed.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
no, there's good ones unsuppressed, but the
Of
best
course,
ones.
yeah. The best, like, I want people to, like, laugh out loud. If I can make them laugh out loud when they use a radio command while suppressed, then I want that to happen. That's good. That's a good sign. It shows they're amused and a little scared, too. Because, like, it's scary to get shot, and you should have a strong reaction to it.
Yeah, like, what I love about this, the compass and the radio stuff is it changes the combat narrative of the game entirely. I mean, in that moment of being suppressed, it's already a really intense moment, and so it's just icing on the cake to have your character shout out something like really, really appropriate for that moment, and just heightens that sense of the reality.
Exactly. And we never had that with the radio. You would get suppressed. Right. We have that with responses. You get suppressed, you cry out, help, and you reload and you say, I'm reloading! Like, you fucking panic. And that was really cool. But then you'd call on the radio and your guy would say, okay, I'm moving. Like, he would sound unsuppressed. It wouldn't fit. That doesn't happen anymore now, I'm going to try to trigger some good suppressed dialogue here. There's one. He's fucking dead. That's...
Yeah.
Shit. I just got shot up.
Yeah, the enemy down ones are fantastic.
I'm seeing a question about the new project from True Canadian, and I think from somebody else, too. Yeah, on that topic, we are working on a new project. It's on a new engine, but we're not talking much about it yet. We're not mentioning anything. We're not going into any detail yet for now, but that's going to be clear later on. And we're really excited to show you guys because you're going to like it.
Yeah, it's yeah. We don't want to show or say anything until we're ready to show it, you know. So just gotta be patient, but
Exactly, yeah.
But you can rest assured that we're working on something.
Yeah, and not only are we working on that new project, we're also working on Insurgency. You know, like we're all this compass and these maps and all this shit, new AI code, the competitive matchmaking. That's all about to happen. Well, what do we want to switch to now?
Well, Jeremy wants to see. Jeremy F wants to see if the map vote image appears.
Okay.
And then I'll be switching it to push.
Yeah, refresh the menu, guys. We're testing to see, make sure the map voting works properly.
Alright. Oh, it doesn't show who's the MVP?
No, it does. It showed you.
Oh, did it? Did it? Was I the MVP? I didn't see it.
I believe you were.
No.
Oh.
Yay.
I'm not seeing it. I don't see it.
I don't know. Is it in the map cycle? Did we ever fix that?
I can't see like
That's what
everything
happened
else
last
on the
time.
screen, like my stats right
Yeah.
now, but maybe it's Mac problem. Using Mac?
Alright,
Yeah,
Andrew,
I'm
we
on
can
a
change
Mac.
it now. The
Yeah,
map's
Okay, we're changing it. So yeah, it doesn't show up. That's real live beta testing you guys just saw. Pretty cool, right? True Canadian says, you got me so fucking hyped I have wet dream every night. Wow. And we didn't even announce any of the details yet. Whew. I can only imagine your dreams, your sleep, once we announce some details. Will the new game be another FPS? We're not saying anything. I know you guys are excited, and we're more excited than that, but we're not saying anything about the new game other than it is a new project, it is on a new engine, and we're working on
It's
it.
an Insurgency game.
Yeah. We're working on it with this game too, you know, like that's something I really want to make clear. We're not abandoning this game. Like we still have a lot of plans with this game, and you're gonna see more.
Oh yeah. In terms of plans for this game, like we're working on an extensive user interface overhaul, which is going to coincide with the whole matchmaking system. But I mean, when you undertake that, like redo the UI, then you look at every menu. You're like, okay, well now we want to do better support for like offline, like single player. You know, create your own local game, which is really going to help with playing mods, right? Because stuff like Prospect, you know, you get that map, you want to play it, but you got to depend on the online version. So if you can play it locally, then you'll have a much better experience. But then if you want to play locally, you're going to want bot teammates. So we're going to have to add that, you know. So all this stuff kind of piles up. But yeah, so that's kind of what we're focused on. And we've in the past few months, and even just recently, the past few weeks, we've changed a lot of our like kind of back-end process stuff, in terms of software and you know how we do our builds, like all that stuff, all the technical back-end that our programmers are brilliant about. So you know, and that's just setting up so we can do these other things. So it takes time. I know a lot of the competitive scene is a little impatient for that stuff because we've been saying, you know, for over a year, like, oh yeah, working on it. Hopefully the next update, but there's so much to do to get there. Most of the time people are just focused on like the destination, but we gotta focus on every step to get to that destination. So we're trying to communicate it in the best way we can. That's why we are talking about it, but this stuff takes time.
It's true. Yeah, we have a lot of stuff planned, and we're also working. As I said, we're working on the new project, and we're pushing hard on both those fronts. You know, we don't want to cut any corners with the new UI or the competitive scene or any of this. Oh, I killed an enemy. Enemy down. Oh, and then I got shot and suppressed and killed. So that's the Radial menu in action. But yeah, we're working on both. We're working on both projects. We got to make sure we get everything right, you know. And as Andrew's saying, like improving one thing means, hey, you also got to improve this, and this, you know. So that includes the AI stuff. That includes the new UI with the competitive, etc.
Yeah, and so like I was saying, with setting up a game locally, then what if you want to set up a game as your party and play co-op in a private, you know, party type situation? So we work on that, and then that leads to, you know, matchmaking where you're setting up your party to play against another party. So yeah, there's that whole thing, and then we gotta set up like a leaderboard system. And then we want to think about unranked scrimming versus ranked matches, and having league, like third-party league support, because obviously, you know, a lot of the competitive leagues have their own impression of what they want competitive to be. So that's why we did the playlist system, so that they could create their own form of insurgency. So yeah, I mean, it's one step at a time.
Who's that guy you're talking to? I'm streaming, for people who are just joining us, we're streaming the beta branch right now. We're checking out a new map called Embassy. And I'm streaming with Andrew Spirin, Argyle, as is known in game, the creative director of Insurgency, one of the co-founders of Insurgency. He and Jeremy Blum, the original founder of Red Orchestra, actually founded Insurgency years ago. And we're streaming. We're talking about the beta branch right now, but we're also talking about some broad goals that we have as New World Interactive and with Insurgency. You know, so if you guys have any questions related to that kind of stuff, feel free to ask. RC Man asks, hey Mike, will your current map developers be busy because of this project? Well, I'm not sure. Do you mean, like, are we going to stop adding... If you're asking, are you going to stop making maps for Insurgency, the answer is no. No, we have more maps planned. Our map, like, we're busy on... Yes, they're busy with the new project. They're also busy with Insurgency, you know. We're dedicating... Like I've been saying, we're dedicating our resources to both things, you know.
But also at the same time, you know, that's why we have workshop. That's why we are really promoting the community side of things, because that's going to fill the gap. That we don't necessarily put out official content. You know, there's a ton of stuff in the workshop. So we designed this game to be modified. We basically did it because this has been like the concept from day one, or day zero even, is, you know, we started as modders and we wanted an easy system to work with. To achieve that kind of tactical shooter that we wanted. So now we're kind of paying that forward and designing that game so that people can do that, and that's why there's Operator, and that's why, you know, we've got all sorts of mods in the works.
Right. That's the whole goal, you know. That's why we're doing the playlist system, competitive matchmaking. Oop. Sorry, that was my bad grenade. That's why we have, that's why we're gonna have Lua, that's why we're gonna have the playlist system, all that stuff. That's why we have the workshop in the first place, you know. It's about getting the community to make really cool stuff, you know.
Yep.
Oh, I see you, our guy, you got me. Integray asks, rank match, will they be like a ranking system? You want to explain a little bit about the way the rank system will work, Andrew?
Well, of course, it's not final yet, so I don't want to explain it in great detail, but basically what we want to do is have different tiers for leaderboards, so you kind of graduate up in the world of things, and then, yeah, be able to compete with others in your tier, and then basically have... In mind right now, I want to do, like, weekly kind of bracketed tournaments based on the rankings. So you take like the top teams, put them into slots, and then you fight it out. You know, and then if you're in like tier 2 and you want to move to tier 1, then you have to like be a top 3 team in that week or something, or several weeks. I mean, it's conceptually a lot of stuff, you know, from design. It sounds great in theory, but you have to test it. So that's why we hesitate to really explain a lot of stuff ahead of time, because it could change, and it will change. It always does change when we're testing. I mean, this compass is a great example of that. It started as a concept, a static image in Photoshop, and some design thoughts that like, oh, we couldn't have it rotate or whatever. But, you know, as we iterated on it, we did discover ways to do that. So it just shapes over time based on usage. And even like the first implementation of a ranking system and all that stuff probably will change as well. So, right. I mean, that's the I don't know. That's our philosophy this whole time. Even though we're not in early access anymore, we still iterate. We're still working on the game.
Exactly. Yeah. So the ranked stuff will become clearer, but it's going to be like proper ranked. Like you're going to progress as the better team. There will be like a ladder. Like you'll you'll be facing off against other teams. Support for those kinds of systems are going to work.
Sorry about that.
And ideally, even for you to include like your own ladders, and your own ranked stuff with the playlist system and stuff.
Yeah. So, I mean, the important part is we got to keep it really simple. It can't be doing everything for everybody. You know, like when you want to fight a team, you'll like challenge them. But you do that manually. It's not like, okay, give me somebody to play now. You might have to just go out and seek it yourself. But we'll provide the whole user interface and the back-end stuff to connect you to the experience that you need to have.
I'm gonna try and just put an idea.
Evil asks, will there be solo matches too?
Define solo match. Is that what I was explaining earlier? Like being able to just set it up locally?
Maybe, I'm not sure. If you mean with that, yeah, if you mean with competitive, if you're talking about competitive, I guess he means like being just in a party by yourself and then saying like, put me in a match, put me in a 5v5 ranked match. You know what I mean?
I see. Possibly. I don't know. We're currently just gonna have the current game modes. I mean, if you're having a solo thing, I don't know if you'd want an entirely different type of game mode for that.
Well, I think like I don't know what he means. So if you could elaborate.
Or is it? Or does he mean like solo ranking system? Or
I think my interpretation of what he meant was like, put me with 4 other guys to do a 5v5 firefight, and it'll be ranked. You know.
Currently what I'm thinking with the party system, which we're going to call the unit system, is you either have it open or closed. So there should be a way to find open units and join them to do whatever, to do a call-up match, to do a competitive match, or whatnot.
Right.
Because a lot of people got to keep in mind, like, this game spans kind of a breadth of gameplay. From co-op is extremely popular, and we got to keep in mind designing for co-op. Like, a lot of this Compass and Radial stuff came out of experience in co-op, but obviously it applies to PvP really well, so.
Right, exactly. We want to make sure our system works for,
Good game,
good round, good round. Glad to see everybody's coming out. Thank you for coming out, everybody. Oh no, defeat! That was perfect. Wow, good job.
More like victory.
Excuse me.
Yeah, actually, a lot of the Radial stuff, I mean, like, I play this game all the time, and I just logged over 1,700 hours. We make this game to play it, so, but I'd often play co-op recently with one of my best friends for a long time, since like grade 7, and we used to play Day of Defeat together and stuff. But anyway, he's one of the biggest fans of Insurgency and was the earliest concept artist, so we'd run around in co-op and like just be using the Radial menu, like affirmative, negative, or like moving and stuff, and I was like, oh, we need more options. We need to make this more conversational. So that's kind of what we did to what's the map changing to?
District Strike. You want to do market? You can check out the market change.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. I didn't switch this, so let's see who's doing this. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, so my friend and I would run around and try to use the Radial, and that kind of inspired me to think of better things to set it to make it more conversational, that kind of thing. So that prompted a lot of the Radial stuff. But then you and I are collaborating on like what lines to use and what context, and so it's been a really good process. This whole design of the Compass and Radial has been very collaborative. It's great. And John, our programmer, is fantastic. Always has great ideas and like how to change things. He's thinking like 3 steps ahead of me. Or I ask for something and he's like, well, let's do this. I'm like, yep, that accomplishes exactly what we need. So.
We're just changing the map up now. What are we changing to?
I don't know who's changing it.
Yeah. Market Firefight? Okay. I'm cool with Market Firefight. That's what we want to do. There's a bunch of different changes we made. Changes to Ministry, which we looked at briefly at the beginning. Embassy is a new map. And Market Charlie, which you see right here. See down by the beach. Which is the north, as you can see. Or like the northwestish, I guess, from the offset up here. That's a whole new building, and I'll take you to it. I'm reloading. I need to reload. If you guys have any questions about the new update or about our plans in general, just feel free to throw them into the chat. All right, everybody ready to check out the new Charlie? But yeah. Yo, Quickie Mart's gone, bro. The government came and they built a police station.
It's a shitty police station.
Well, it's Somalia, all right. Oh, hey, this is Xanthi. He made these level design changes. I'm putting you in jail for conspiracy to create a cool map change. You're gonna have to. Don't save it, Buster. Save it for the Somali judge. You're gonna have to pretend there are bars here and you can't leave.
Okay, I will.
you promise? You promise? All right, you can come out now. It's fine. You made a good level. Xanthi is Jeroen van Berkhoven. We had him in the stream before. Shit. He made these changes to market.
They're killing us over here at the prison. Careful.
Yeah, there's enemy to the east.
That guy. He's killing us.
There's enemy south too.
I think there was, yeah.
Oh God! I came from the roof.
They're on Bravo.
What the hell is that?
Sneaky. Oh.
Nice. Yo, what do you guys think of the new Charlie?
Huh?
What do you think of Charlie?
I haven't checked Charlie out.
Yo, you
But
gotta
I'll
check
go
it
to
out,
Charlie with their
man.
knives out.
No knives, no
Oh my
knives.
God.
No knives.
Well,
We're not doing knives. Alright, we're using our guns.
but we love knives.
That's what you can use your knife. I'm not using my knife.
I just want to roleplay as an assassin.
Those bastards will pay.
I'm coming, brother. Good.
Yeah, new Charlie is nice.
Northeast, move. Okay. Enemy northeast. We're defending Charlie. Don't let him take Charlie.
I'll cover you. We're taking Bravo now.
We also changed the approach to Charlie, I should also say. You can see this area has changed up a little bit. Like this little cover there on the fence. Got him. Oh. Changing magazine.
We have Bravo. Bravo is ours.
And this change applies to all game modes, I should be clear. So it's Charlie here, but if you play skirmish, like it's Delta, you know?
Oh my god.
That's
Oh,
firefight!
cheap. That was cheap.
Oh.
Mike, did you fire the RPG?
Well, I didn't know we didn't even get to go inside Charlie this time.
Snoop, calm down, alright? It's just a video game. Some people. I need to reload. Changing out magazines. Juke says the new Charlie got me hard. How come you sexualize everything you like in the? We were streaming last week and you're like, oh, Andy Broski's mod makes me wet. Now you're erect. Earlier you were turned on by something like.
Well, to each their own, I guess.
When Keep Calmly, I Am Top Lane says, when is it going to be live? We answered that before. It's shaping up nicely, maybe within the next couple weeks. We still got some other stuff that we want to work out. There's a lot of stuff going in. We just got to make sure we thoroughly play test and everything. But we're shaping it up. Like, it's looking pretty good. I forgot that the Charlie approach changed. I forgot to check that area, and I got shot. Tomographic X, what are the different mods you're using? Like, I'm using Estonian Special Operations, Russian Insurgents, G3, Chinese Assault Rifle, and Uzi, the MP40. These are a bunch of stuff. Bright Sides M16 M4 conversion pack, all kinds of cool stuff. Vendettas for all. Will this update break all the weapons again? No, and that's the reason. That's part of the reason why I'm using workshop mods right now. Is nothing should be broken. Like, we're not making any. The only animation changes we're making, I believe, are third person, and it's just like touch-ups, like the prone push and stuff. Well, that's not really the same thing that I'm talking about, but there's no changes that are gonna fuck with any of that, to my knowledge.
Oh, another change I don't know if we've mentioned yet is the enemy can hear your radial commands.
Yeah, they can, and that's pretty cool because you'll kill an enemy, and say enemy down, and then your teammate, sorry, an enemy will hear that and I'll say like, oh no, they killed him. Like, you can learn stuff by listening to the radio, and the best time that I've seen it is when two guys are in a point. And like they're in Bravo, and they both call for backup at the same time. So it'll be, you'll hear at the same time, I need backup at Bravo. I need backup at Bravo. And they'll both go, oh, and they'll turn around and shoot each other through the wall or whatever. Yeah. That's happened before. And then there's that.
Yeah, well, it's the same thing, right? So it's kind of inspired.
Exactly. It's just like the voice.
Yeah, Brandon Tall has a question. With co-op, will there be any changes with AI? And yeah, there definitely are. We're working on a few things with AI. It's always a work in progress, so you can expect it to get better, I hope. And one of the things also with that, and with these new VO, is to hook that up. So I want to be able to like walk at night through the like darkness, and then you'll hear a bot will spot you, and he'll like call out like enemy west, and then they'll start opening fire or something, or maybe he's a leader and he orders them to fire. So that'll really add to the co-op experience as well. Right,
and that's an ongoing thing, as Andrew says. We're making AI improvements. Yeah. We want to add new behaviors and make them more fun to fight, you know, and you know, we're playing with stuff like that. Maybe even some new co-op modes. Who knows?
Yep, new co-op modes are in the works. We've got this whole entirely new system for spawning based on the nav mesh. So we'll be able to spawn the bots a lot easier than in individual point entities. So that's going to really change things, and we'll be able to cut down the amount of maps that we're using, because right now we've got to like have a separate version for hunts, that kind of stuff. But we'll be able just to have like a night and a day version. We might have to have a separate checkpoint version because it adds a bunch of stuff to the level, but it's going to help immensely with that.
Work as a team. Have caution. Save part of them for later.
Forgive me if I stop, guys, and turn away. I'm just checking the stream chat. I'm also writing down notes from the test of anything I observe, or something funny if it happens for a highlight reel. The reason why I'm keeping the face cam on right now is because I'm explaining a lot of stuff, and I need to gesture. As I've been doing with the Q&A. So think of this beta test right now as like one great big Q&A. I want you guys to ask me any questions that you guys have. Andrew is also here, and he's more than happy to field any of your questions about Insurgency in general, and its path and stuff. And I'm glad to see we have such a great turnout, by the way. But I'm not glad to see that I just got shot in the head because I went straight to a black screen. Cybernetic Command says, as long as I still hear RPG screamed once we spawn in co-op, I'm good.
Yeah.
Don't worry, the RPG...
Not the spawn.
Yeah, that's something that is definitely going to stay. They shouldn't shoot into the spawn, though. We did improve that. It's not like it used to be like on Breeze, you know. But close. They still really fuck you up with RPGs. And you and I actually talked... Yeah, go on.
Oh, you're probably about to say what I was going to say.
Big grenade call-out?
Yeah, grenade and sniper.
Yeah, we want to do call-outs for that, for co-op. It'd be really cool.
No torrent, the quote-unquote competitive update is not the next update.
Correct, yes. The competitive update is coming in the future. We're working on it, but we're also working on all this other stuff that we're trying to get in. This update's going to have Embassy, it's going to have the new market updates, the ministry updates, the compass, the radial, the VO, the prone push, the animation fix, like all kinds of, all that shit, and more.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of little stuff, but all the little stuff adds up over time. The Charlie changes in the market are because of competitive feedback. A lot of them are vocal in our beta bunch group, is that what we call it?
Beta branch
but,
bunch, yeah.
Beta branch bunch, and this compass is going to help with callouts, absolutely, so I can see the benefit for competitive players with that, and then Embassy is a strong, symmetrical, competitive layout. So, I mean, we're doing stuff, even though it's not the matchmaking that everyone's waiting for. We're going to do that, but, I mean, it has to be ready. Like, if it's going to fulfill its potential as a competitive game, you know, and get this attention from other players, it's got to work. It's got to be correct. So the game has to be in a better place. And we've done a whole bunch of stuff, even just like little animation changes that make it feel better. So when we do attract that audience, they're going to stick around. Because some of these things, you know, people are a little fickle, with games especially. And so, you know, these little tweaks just polish it up, make it feel a hell of a lot better, and people will stick around.
Right. You know, we want competitive just as badly as you guys, and people have been asking it for a while. I've been working on it for a while because we want to get it right. And we got to flesh out the game to be what we want it to be, and then build the competitive with that, you know. So it is coming, and we're working really hard on it. We work every day on it.
Right side,
There's a lot of stuff. We have a lot planned for Insurgency. And for our new project. RC Man says, Andrew, you're amazing. Wow.
Oh,
Snoop, stop! All right, we get it. You're crying like a baby.
Did somebody call an exorcism for that?
You can see I'm making use of Insurgency's mute system to mute unruly players.
I switched back to Embassy for Firefight this time.
Cool, yeah.
And I guess we could try Ministry Firefight while we're on Tactical.
I agree.
Unless, I'm not sure if we have Elimination and Ambush in Embassy just yet.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, actually.
I think I'm going to take off in a few minutes. I've only eaten a bagel all day and I'm starving, so...
I'm hungry
too. Yeah, it's been a marathon, but yeah. Do you want to end the stream in like 15, or what are your thoughts?
Yeah, let's play out some more Embassy Firefight, and then we'll end the stream. People can keep testing, like the server will stay up and everything, and we'll call it as far as the stream goes, though.
Cool. Actually, I was just thinking, I don't know if you're busy later, but I'd really love to do co-op and stream the co-op because, I don't know, it's so much more intense. And it really brings out the full potential of the radial menu and the compass, I think. So it's a lot more focused. Gives that tactical gameplay that we're known for. So I don't know if you're up for it later, but in a couple hours, maybe we can just do an impromptu beta branch co-op stream.
Yeah, I'm down with it. Yeah, people in the stream, does that interest you at all? We could play a, we'll show you guys some of the co-op. Andrew and I will be there. Maybe we could open up the server even if other people want to join us. Some of the other developers as well. Yeah, no, let's do that. We'll get something, after this, we'll break. We'll get something to eat, and then we can come back and do it. Yeah, that sounds good to me. I'm good with that.
Cool. And maybe we'll just leave the, like, in-game item up, because it seems to get a lot of attention for the beta testing. Even if we're not there, I'm sure people will still run around the server and play PvP.
Yeah. In fact, do we want to get a separate co-op server up for our purposes in a couple hours? And just
Let's look into that, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, however you want to play it, I'm good with that. But yeah, no, we'll do just, yeah. I'm seeing a resounding yes from the stream chat, yeah. People want to check out some co-op, yeah. No, we'll take a break after this, and then we'll do that, and I'll stream it.
Yeah, maybe we'll make an announcement, or we'll probably do another in-game news item, so you guys know when we're actually doing that. And we'll tweet it out and stuff.
Those were suppressed enemy downs you guys just heard about. Oh, I got flanked.
I crashed, so That might be my cue to exit. Does anyone have any final questions before
Yeah.
I run
Before
away?
Andrew goes, does anybody have any questions? This is Andrew Spearn, the creative director of Insurgency. We'll be playing some co-op in a couple hours. If you guys want to watch, we'll be doing that. We'll be streaming it, and that's that. That's coming. But for now, we'll take any last questions that you guys have. I'm looking at the chat now.
Pizza or Chinese?
Yeah,
I'll
I
take
just-
pizza, please. I was thinking of that.
Yeah, I was just looking at that.
Is there any
Yeah, I could go
more
for a pizza. You
indicator
want to share a
of when you're
pizza,
taking
Andrew?
the point?
Yeah, sure. Let me hop the next flight to New York.
Yeah. No, that's fine. You can just mail it to me from Canada.
Oh, yeah, that works.
You get it through customs. This pizza smells like a bomb!
Too much garlic on it.
Is there a way to... Here's a question. Is there a way to keep the compass up without the radio menu? Yes, I'm glad you asked that. You can bind a button to it. Hold on. I will show you the bind.
What kind of bagel did I have? I had a poppy seed bagel with plain cream cheese on it.
Here's the... Here's... Where'd it go?
The enemy is attacking
Yeah,
Bravo.
you can either do hold the compass right here or toggle. You can see mine is toggle, it's K. So this is what it looks like when you toggle it. See, now it's just up and like I'm just playing normally. Like if you want to play it like this, that's fine. Maybe you don't like that, you toggle it off. You only want it to show up on the radio, you know? It's up to you. But yes, poppy seed bagels are messy, but I do like them.
Yeah, usually I get the sesame, but it was like 1 p.m. I had a late night last night, so I had to settle for the poppy.
Yeah. Sesame is better, like it's more stable, like the seeds don't fall everywhere.
Ah, someone mentioned beer. I'm like, yeah, no, I need a beer.
Let's get hammered and play some co-op. Woo!
Am I a Tim Hortons fan? No, not exactly. I am Canadian. I prefer the independent coffee shops that charge me way too much.
Look out, they are attacking Charlie.
Question for you, Andrew. Lee asks, will there be an Insurgency 2 in time, Andrew?
Maybe? I don't know if we'll call it that. There's gonna be successors to Insurgency. There will be... You're gonna be satisfied. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I wish, like, you know, I wish we could tell you more. You know, like, there's a lot of cool stuff happening.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be like, what? And we're gonna be like, yeah, that's right. So...
Yeah, there's a couple things that are just gonna blow people's minds and be
Yeah.
like, finally. But yeah, it's gonna be exciting. Also, someone keeps saying Source 2, and
Oh, yeah. We don't have any plans for Source 2.
no, yeah, I mean, we don't really know anything about that. So beyond you know what's in the public, we've looked into it, but it's probably not gonna. We're not gonna hold out everything to see what Source 2 comes. There's some great technology out there we're working with, and yeah, we're really excited. It's like night and day developing versus Source. So
Yeah, it is. And Dark Electro says, "You guys rule! Can't wait to see it!" In all capital letters. We'll co-op be on the beta
destroy.
True Canadian asks, "We'll co-op be on the beta branch." Yeah. No, we'll be co-oping on the beta branch in a couple hours. We'll see. You know, we'll go live. If you guys follow the Twitch channel, you'll get updates. You know, as always. Just go to friggin' the bottom left of the screen. There's a button. You can click follow. For people who are just joining us or who are new to the streams, my name is Michael Cerujas. I'm the community manager and voice actor for this game, Insurgency. I stream every Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern, with guests from the development team, from Twitch, from YouTube, from the community. Earlier today, we were playing with a community member, Jack Halls, and we were playing his new custom map called Prospect, which is really sweet. Right now, I'm streaming with Andrew Spearn. We're streaming on the beta branch, previewing a new map, Embassy, which we're playing right now. It's going to be in an upcoming version of the game. Andrew Spearn is the creative director, and we're just answering some questions. We're going to take a break after this Embassy. Andrew's going to go, but I'm going to finish out Embassy, then we'll take a quick break and go to play some co-op, you know. So if you follow the channel, you'll get an update whenever we stream. And you're welcome to join us in the co-op and all that.
Follow the channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, blah, blah,
All those
blah.
things. If you scroll down, all those links are below. I made sure the under Twitch, like the Twitch under the channel, looked really pretty. So you can just check out all the links there.
Yeah, and we might post an announcement I don't know if we want to do too many announcements, but we'll definitely announce it in-game news, so you can tune in and watch.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna get going on that note, so I'll see you guys later.
Cool. Thank you, Andrew, for checking out Prospect and the beta branch for this.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, I didn't give Jack too much feedback because you pretty much said what was on my mind. So
Well, you gave him some.
Yeah.
It was good. We both told him how good Strike was, which is important to stress.
Yeah, I liked that because Strike is underplayed right now. I don't know if it's a psychological thing. People are like, what's Strike? Isn't that one life mode? Why is it in sustained? Or actually, when I've been playing it, it doesn't feel exactly where it needs to be. So
Yeah,
I'm probably gonna I'm gonna think about it a bit more and tweak it. Anyway, I am out.
Cool. I'll keep streaming, but take care, Andrew.
Cheers.
Brandon tells us this is their way to donate to help with the improvements of Insurgency. Well, buy a new copy. Buy it for your friend. That's the way you help us as you grow our community, you know. How many independent shooters do you know out there that are like 2 years out from their release? Because we went early access like April 2013, I believe, before I even joined the team. And here we are like over 2 years later, I guess, right? Yeah. 2013. It's, yeah. No, we've been, how many games do you play that, or rather, sorry, how many independent games do you play 2 years out still have a player base, you know? Like independent shooters at that. And here we are, you know, there's thousands of people that play Insurgency every day. And we have a really active, really awesome community. We don't charge for our DLC. The reason why people keep buying Insurgency is because their friends recommend it to them and they hear about how it's good and they say like, oh look, new content, I'll come back and I'll play. Or, oh look, this game that I keep hearing about has new content. I think I'll pick it up, you know. That's, you know, that's the way we operate, you know. So yeah, buy a copy. If you want to help us, tell your friends about Insurgency. Tell your family at the dinner table about Insurgency. Introduce them to co-op. Be like, hey, mom and dad, let's play some Checkpoint tonight. I don't want to go to the movies. I just want to play Insurgency.
GG.
Good round, good round. Parendon told us when I get paid, I'll buy like 6 copies for all my friends in my life. Yeah. I'm glad you could come out to the beta test, dude.
Reloading magazines. Attack Bravo. Is everybody ready? We should move.
So this will be the final round, then after that, I'll take a break. We'll stream maybe in like 2 hours. Thinking like 9 p.m. Eastern is probably what we'll do. We'll see. I don't know. But we'll post an announcement, you know, we'll follow the Twitch channel and you'll get an update and all that jazz. Havoc says, I'm a dad. I'm not taking my kid to the movies. I'm making them play Insurgency. Well, dude, think about how much movies cost these days, right? I went out and I saw one of those fancy new movies. I forget which one. Shit. I think it was like $12, and I was like, holy shit, man! It's just a movie. Insurgency's $15. A movie is like $2.5, $3, right? I've played like 700 hours of Insurgency, and I know there's people that have played way more than I have, you know. Andrew Spearman was just telling us he's played 1,700. Excuse me. Good round, guys. And good game. Thank you for coming out and helping us beta test. And just want to let you know, it's... I can't say goodbye. There's too much trumpet. Yeah, we're gonna take a hit refresh real quick. We're gonna take a break. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna stop the stream. We're gonna begin the stream again in like a couple hours, probably 9 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna play some co-op. If you guys want to watch, we'll stream some co-op on the beta branch, checking out the new update. So you're welcome to keep playing on the beta branch if you'd like. I'll switch it over to You guys, what do you guys want to play? You want to play Ministry, Market, Embassy? Embassy? Okay. I'll switch it over to Embassy.
Cool.
Let's just hit replay then. But yeah, we'll be streaming again in 2 hours then. Or so. Take care. We'll have announcements. Bye.
Thanks.
I fucking love that not the sax, the trumpet, dude. I think that's a trumpet, right? So, yeah. Hold on. Also, today's movies mostly stuck. Oh, I don't know. There's still good. There's bad movies, sure, but hey, the new Mad Max was pretty good, right? So I'm gonna quit out, guys. Okay. Here, yeah, it's a live stream of the beta branch test. Yeah, so I'm thinking like around 2 hours from now, I gotta get something to eat, and we gotta get everybody together, and we'll stream some co-op. You know, it'll be a good time. Once again, follow the Twitch channel, and we'll probably open up the server so people can hop in if they want, and we'll show you like the new compass. We'll show you the compass. We'll show you the new VO, the new Radial. It comes together really well in co-op. It sounds really immersive and cool. And I could better demonstrate the suppressed voiceover in co-op, like when you're not getting iced by badass players. So you'll see, it'll be good. But once again, guys, thank you very much for watching this weekly stream. I do streams every Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern with a guest from Twitch, YouTube, the development team, or the community. If you are interested in seeing more, follow the Twitch channel, and you will get an update when we stream, and you'll help support the channel and us. And the transparency we try to show in Insurgency's development. So, saying that, thank you very much, everybody, for coming out. We'll stream a bit of co-op in a bit, and I'll see you then.